In 1866, at the close of the Civil War, Columbus was still a small town of about 6,000 people. Now that's a thriving metropolis in the South. But at the close of the war, a group of ladies met at this house, 12 Gables. And they wanted to commemorate the dead buried at Friendship Cemetery. Columbus, because it had a rail system, became a hospital town to several battles, but primarily to that of the Battle of Shiloh. The wounded were transported here, as there were 16,000 of them at Shiloh, and about 3,000 soldiers were brought to Columbus and about 3,000, I think, injured, came to Columbus and were put in these large homes and nursed by the people who were still in the town at that time. Now, the women who met in 1866 decided to go out to the town's graveyard, Friendship Cemetery, which I showed you earlier, which was built in the 1840s, to decorate the graves. A couple of years later, a judge in Vermont who was a Yale graduate wrote, I believe his last name was Finch, wrote the poem The Blue and the Gray to commemorate what these women had done to honor all dead, and it is read every year on Memorial Day, Decoration Day, at the graveside of the Civil War dead. The Union markers are still out at the grave, but their bodies have actually been repatriated to Shiloh Cemetery as directed by the U.S. government with approval of the families of those that were known. And this is my little house. I wish this was my little house. This is my little town of Columbus, Mississippi. Thank you for coming along with Chewy, the history dog, and I to learn a little bit more about this beautiful community that I live in. Until next time.